Homo evolutios, Part 1. The shadows consumed the room, and it in turn embraced the darkness, the only light source for the large bedchamber being the light from the stars and the moon, which slithered into the room via a moon-shaped window, dimly illuminated the desk that was placed underneath it. Apart from the notes and the scrolls, something stuck out. Standing still on the desk, a doll, but not just any doll. It was clad in a pink set of armor which reflected the light from the outside, allowing some of the beams to reach further into the room. Gardsworth Kelly, if Luna remembered correctly. It was the name given to the bipedal doll by the human child, perhaps only a hoofful of hours before its traumatic death. The sole thought made the princess shiver. She reminded herself that the Uber was dead, its body taken away by the humans shortly before her departure. Yet she still felt pity for it, perhaps even a touch of empathy. She knew what it felt like to be able to see her own actions, yet unable to control them. The only fact that comforted her was that it died seemingly with no pain, and that its last moments were spent in a vague attempt to redeem itself by helping others in the only way that it could, warning Luna about the possible future. But what were the warnings about? Were the Uber planning to attack her planet? What exactly were the humans up to? Too many questions and too few answers. The book. The old human had said it himself. The answers you seek are most likely to be found within it. But was that true? What if the contents it held was purposely limited or manipulated? It was certainly a possibility, but Luna saw no other way than to try. The princess groaned, rolling off her bed. The questions were pinching in the back of her head, begging to be answered. It only had been a few hours since the humans had left, leaving behind doubt, fear, and war. One thing was certain, however. Their legacy would live on in Equestria for ages to come. She slowly trotted over to her desk. The flat device was there, waiting for her, holding possible answers. The path between her bed and the desk seemed endless. A pang of concern struck her heart, as well as doubt. She still didn't know how to use it, but the Admiral claimed that it was intuitive. Luna sat behind the piece of furniture, looking down at the glowing, pad-like device. Pad. It seemed fitting, especially considering that it barely resembled an actual book. She closely examined the device. The images displayed were moving, almost like a window to another world. Search, apps, options. Those were but a few of the words that the device displayed. She was both confused and amazed at this. How did it work? Did the humans really replace paper and ink with this? Her mind reeled back, recalling the first time she saw the bipeds, their armor, their small eyes, their towering height and strength, and all of this only a single shade of their society. How advanced were they? How did they use magic? Deciding that it was time to find more answers instead of raising more questions, Luna magically grabbed a blank piece of paper and quill. She dipped the quill into a nearby ink pot and set up writing. Let's see. What should the title be? She asked herself aloud. Simply humans? Search query, humans, came a female voice, originating from the pad. Luna almost jumped, feeling like her heart was about to leap out of her body. After taking a few deep breaths to calm herself, she inched closer to the device. Homo evolutios? The device was now displaying a generous amount of information. With only a quick glance, Luna could see that most of it regarded the humans. Had it heard her? Was it alive? She prodded it with a hoof, and the pad offered no response. Colonial Guard? Search query, Colonial Guard. The pad said once again. It was certain now. It was either alive or possessed by an advanced form of magic. Neither of these possibilities made much to comfort her. Luna sighed, grabbing a magical hold of the quill once again. With the title in mind, she began writing onto the piece of paper. The Homo evolutios, Part 1. This is the beginning of my studies regarding the humans, in which I will perhaps cooperate with Twilight Sparkle. Mysterious yet familiar. I cannot say why, but this is a fact. Never did I believe in extraterrestrial life until this incident. They are powerful, yet gentle. They tower over my sister by at least 2 times, and their touch is enough to bend metal. They left hours ago, but I can still feel their influence. The mark they left upon our world will last for an eternity. That said, I have an insatiable thirst to know more about them. Ever since I stepped onto the outside to see the sky shrouded by the USS Vector, I told myself that I would find out what it was, no matter what. And now, I have what I need to do just that. A flat device which I have decided to call PAD. I am not exactly sure how it works, but it can hear and obey orders. If my assumptions are correct, then it holds more information than what can be stored in an entire bookshelf. I wonder what their society is like. Do they have gods? Are they part of an empire that spans from star to star, making their enemies tremble in fear? There are so many questions in my mind right now, and I've begun to doubt my own existence. I've always wondered why there are stars in the sky that I cannot move. How far ahead are they from us? How big is the universe? Am I truly a goddess or just another pawn in this massive chessboard? I need answers, and this device, perhaps, is the best chance I have. Well, that was Machine and Might, Homo Evolutius Part 1. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know that I haven't updated in a long time, but I've been busy with school, finals and all that, but just been so busy that even when I get free time lately, I've just been spending it playing video games, so thank you all for putting up with my lazy bullshit. But now that it's summer, I'll hopefully be able to upload far more frequently. I'll make it a point to either record or edit a video about every day. So, hopefully we won't have dry spells like that for at least the rest of the summer. And from now on, I'm going to be doing these end of video discussions over the book it feels weird to say book considering that this is a story online, but the story. And also to give you guys more frequent updates on what's going on. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Immune to Gravity out.